Hello, and welcome back to Consumer Times. Today, we're diving into a topic that many of you have requested about the safety of the food we consume is a matter of utmost importance, not just for individual health but for the well-being of society as a whole. Food safety regulations and certifications are designed to ensure that every item we consume meets established standards for hygiene, quality, and safety. However, recent developments in India have stirred significant discussions, particularly regarding the addition of certain food products under the high-risk food category following the omission of mandatory BIS certification. Before we further dive into the issue, please comment, like, share and do not forget to subscribe and press bell icon to motivate us. This article explores what the high-risk food category entails, the implications of omitting mandatory BIS certification, and the need for vigilance to ensure consumer safety in a rapidly evolving food industry. The high-risk food category includes food items that are more prone to contamination, spoilage, or adverse effects if not handled, processed, or stored correctly. These foods require stringent safety measures because they pose a higher likelihood of causing foodborne illnesses or health complications. Typical examples of high-risk foods include dairy products, milk, cheese, and yogurt, meat and seafood, raw or processed items, ready-to-eat foods, salads, sandwiches, and cooked dishes, fruits and vegetables, particularly those that are pre-cut or minimally processed, bakery products, cream-filled items or those with perishable ingredients. Foods in this category often require proper refrigeration, careful handling during transportation, and strict adherence to hygiene standards during processing and packaging. The Bureau of Indian Standards (BIS) has played a pivotal role in establishing food safety and quality benchmarks. BIS certification ensures that a product meets specific quality, safety, and performance standards. For many years, mandatory BIS certification acted as a safeguard for high-risk foods, providing consumers with confidence in their purchase decisions. Some key functions of BIS certification in the food industry included 1. Standardization, setting benchmarks for raw materials, processing methods, and packaging. 2. Quality assurance, ensuring products were tested for contaminants, nutritional content, and shelf life. 3. Consumer safety, minimizing risks of contamination or adulteration. The omission of mandatory BIS certification for certain food products has raised concerns about the potential risks to consumer health. Without mandatory BIS certification, the responsibility of ensuring product safety shifts entirely to manufacturers and suppliers. While reputable companies may maintain rigorous internal quality standards, smaller or less regulated players might bypass critical safety measures to save costs. BIS certification ensured uniformity in quality across products and brands. Its removal could lead to inconsistencies in food safety and quality, as manufacturers may follow different practices or standards. High-risk foods, by definition, already require meticulous care. The lack of mandatory BIS certification could result in more frequent instances of contamination, adulteration, or improper handling, increasing the chances of foodborne illnesses. Consumers now bear a higher burden of ensuring the safety of their purchases. They need to check for certifications from other recognized bodies, review product labels for compliance, and be aware of any reports about substandard food products. Many countries require stringent certifications for imported food products. The omission of BIS certification could affect the acceptability of Indian food products in international markets, potentially harming the country's food export industry. The decision to omit mandatory BIS certification might have stemmed from the need to streamline processes, reduce bureaucratic hurdles, or encourage innovation within the food sector. However, this raises questions about the effectiveness of alternative safeguards that replace BIS certification. Some reasons cited for the omission include simplifying certification requirements for manufacturers, reducing redundancy where other food safety certifications, like those from FSSAI, already exist, aligning with international standards that do not mandate BIS certification. The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSAI, has stepped in to fill the regulatory vacuum left by the omission of BIS certification. Some key measures include FSSAI has clearly identified and classified high-risk food products to focus on their regulation. This includes increased inspections, testing, and monitoring for these items. FSSAI requires all food businesses, particularly those dealing with high-risk products, to obtain licenses and undergo periodic inspections. High-risk foods must undergo mandatory testing in NABL-accredited laboratories to ensure they meet safety parameters. FSSAI is promoting the use of technology to track the origin, processing, and distribution of food products, ensuring better traceability in case of contamination or recalls. Efforts are being made to educate consumers about recognizing quality food products, reading labels carefully, and reporting unsafe items. With the regulatory landscape evolving, consumers must take proactive steps to protect themselves. Here are some tips. Ensure that the food product carries an FSSAI logo and license number. Avoid products with damaged or tampered packaging, as these may indicate contamination. Read labels carefully for information on ingredients, storage conditions, and expiry dates. Follow recommended storage instructions for high-risk foods to prevent spoilage or contamination. If you come across unsafe food products, report them to the FSSAI through their website or app. While the omission of mandatory BIS certification raises valid concerns, it also presents an opportunity to rethink and strengthen food safety regulations in India. A few key areas of focus could include: instead of omitting BIS certification, regulators could explore ways to integrate BIS standards with FSSAI protocols, ensuring a comprehensive safety framework. Promoting industry-led initiatives for quality control and certification can reduce the regulatory burden while maintaining safety. Digital tools like blockchain can improve traceability and transparency in the food supply chain. Empowering consumers with the right to demand quality and hold manufacturers accountable is critical. Platforms like the National Consumer Helpline can play a vital role. Regularly reviewing and updating safety standards to address emerging risks ensures regulations stay relevant. The addition of food products under the high-risk food category, coupled with the omission of mandatory BIS certification, marks a significant shift in India's food safety landscape. While this change may streamline processes for businesses, it also demands stricter vigilance from regulators and consumers alike. For consumers, knowledge is the best defense. Stay informed, choose wisely, and demand accountability from manufacturers and regulators. Together, we can ensure that the food we eat is safe, nutritious, and of the highest quality. Stay tuned to Consumer Times for more insights into consumer safety, rights, and best practices. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for updates on critical topics that matter to you.